Welcome back to Red Wine Girl Time. We have a very special guest. I'm so excited.
Bitch, I'm excited.
I've been trying to get Eloho on this show for like a year. And to Atlanta for like 3 years because I've been here that long.
My bad, girl. But you know I'm here. You know I love you. Had to come on. Thank you for having me.
Real magic. Period.
I'm gonna try to. I gotta stop saying period.
It's alright. You in Atlanta.
Okay. Period. Period. Period.
Get it out your system. Get it out your system. So we're gonna do a Q&A today. This baggie is full of questions, giving you guys an opportunity to get to know me, but to also get to know your favorite unicorn, Eloho, over a glass of wine. All right, the first one is, what was your first job and experience working at that place?
Oh wow. Okay, I'll try to keep this short and sweet. I've had many jobs, first of all. Okay, I've had many jobs. But my very first job, I was working with summer youth. So there's a, I don't know if they have it out here, but in New York, there's something called SYEP, Summer Youth Employment. And I was working at a daycare center watching kids.
Yeah, so my first job was with summer youth. And I was working at the Boys and Girls Club in our neighborhood. So that gave me a love for working with children.
Yeah.
And then when I was 16 years old, I went back and I started a choir back.
Oh, lit.
At the same Boys and Girls Club.
The one in Farragut right there?
Yeah, the one in Farragut, yeah.
Okay, so the next one is Celeb Crush. I have a lot of these. Are we gonna do the list or do I have to pick one? Okay, right now, this is my like guilty crush right now, guilty pleasure, whatever. But I'm really crushing on Baby. Not Lil Baby. Wait, sorry, the Baby.
The Baby.
Because it's 3. Okay, let me say that again. I'm crushing on the Baby. Not Lil Baby, not Baby, the Baby. That little short, mean motherfucker. He just... So the Baby, I do have a crush on Burna Boy. Like, I like being his DMs a little bit. Like,
I don't know who Burna Boy is.
He's a Nigerian artist.
Okay.
So you definitely heard his music.
All right.
Let me get on my... Does Instagram Boys count?
Instagram Boys would count.
Shit, this list is gonna be longer than... Okay. I'm gonna say Luke James.
Ooh, I've met Luke a couple of times. He is great vibes.
I can tell.
And he's so, it makes him even finer, like in person. Like he's, yeah.
Okay. Girl.
Okay, my celeb crushes. I mean, the first one is obvious. Drake. I love Drake. No one will ever steer me in another direction. I will always love Drake. Drake will always have my heart. My other celeb crush is Diggy Simmons.
Oh. You know what? His pics in Africa have been hitting. Did you see the pictures of him when he went to Africa? I was like, how old is Diggy again? Before I started double tapping.
Yeah.
He a grown man. Okay.
Diggy is grown now. He's ready. My last one would be, I don't know his name, but he was on Insecure, and he is this chocolate. He wasn't like one of the main characters.
Okay.
But he's like chocolate with this beautiful bright smile.
Is it came up with the beard?
Yes, he came up on my Instagram because he did something wearing like a silk scarf. Yeah. And he's like, "Why y'all never put me onto this?" And I was like, "Who is this man?"
Dad. Like, are you looking for? oh, she going to her DMs, y'all. Yo, the girls be in the DM just like the boys. Period.
Listen, I'm team shoot your shot. I will always slide in somebody's DMs.
Always. Let me see, actor from. So what did you say to him? Matter of fact, we should make that a question. Like, what's the craziest DM?
Oh, girl,
we should make that a question.
I can just show you my thread. Me talking to myself in Drake's DMs.
Actor from Insecure. All right, next question.
All right.
Because we will be in the world of boys forever.
Men are just so fun. All right. Oh, okay. I've been avoiding questions like these. Are you a feminist? And have you ever experienced sexism?
Okay.
Do you consider yourself a feminist?
No.
Okay, me either.
No.
And I think it's a touchy-feely topic.
No.
I'm not a feminist. So,
I mean,
what's your why? Because I know what my why is, but what's your why?
I mean, I have a few whys, and I get the movement. I consider myself a womanist. You know, I am 100% for women.
Yes.
As a collective.
Yes.
You know, but as far as feminism, I've never seen the movement come to the aid of black women. And as the women who are at the bottom of the totem pole, feminism should be at our beck and call. You know what I'm trying to say?
Feminism was created as a distraction during the civil rights movement. So, like, that's always my thing. I'm just like, we weren't even considered people, full people, when y'all were fighting for your rights as women. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like...
So y'all were always fighting for white women. Also, feminism, like you said, like, it's something that you can't necessarily say that you're not a part of, especially as a woman.
Right.
And it's like, well, hear me out first, like, before you just write me off. But I feel like, as a whole, it's very mean.
Yeah.
It's very mean.
And
it's like...
this whole... All right, and this is...
It's like, well, dang, Susie... Breathe.
The anything you can do, I can do better thing that we got going on. Listen, women are amazing.
Child, we gonna go there?
Women are amazing, but some things need to just be left for men, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Give me equal pay, yes.
But I'm not carrying no shit up no goddamn
stick. I just not to say that, like.
But this is the thing, though, and this is where I would love to actually have a conversation with the feminists. Like, so do you not understand that your physical makeup
is not made
the way
for
that
this.
God made you is not to do and vice versa.
And
the
vice
way
versa.
that God made them, they can't do what we do. They cannot give birth. They're not strong enough to give birth. We are. And there's certain things that they're strong enough to do. We're not. It's a balance.
Okay. It's okay.
What's wrong with the balance, though? You know, but I get what you're saying. It's like, you know, obviously we want to be treated like human beings. We want to be able to get degrees, go to school. You know, and if we're both at the same level, let's be seen at the same level.
Right.
You know, academically, financially. Let's do all of that.
But I believe in gender roles. I really do. And I'm not ashamed of that. Like, I believe in gender roles. I'm okay.
To an extent, though.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, do you believe, like, so say if you're making more money than your guy, who pays the rent? If you're making way more money than your guy, who pays the rent?
I'm gonna pay the rent.
Okay. So I mean, you know, gender roles is that the guy pays majority of the bills. So I guess I
think it's give and take within each household.
Yeah. Right, but you still really I get what you're saying. Let's see, motherfuckers. Okay, thoughts on being a virgin in your 20s. Do it. Do it.
Don't leave. Stay right where you at. Don't get me wrong, sex is a beautiful experience, but the older that I get, the more I understand that. The older that I get, the more that I enjoy it. And
heard you.
Yeah. Heard. And so being like in your 20s, your early 20s, being a teenager, I think that sex can also really be a distraction because a lot of people are not looking for that intimate connection. And so then as women who are just by God programmed to be more emotional than men,
right?
You get caught up and it's a distraction.
Short end of the fucking stick.
Yeah.
Say it.
Like,
we get the short end of the fucking stick, okay?
So if you can hold on to it and just wait, oh my God. Every time that I'm celibate and I'm not having sex, like every time that I'm just like, yeah, no more sex for 6 months, no more sex for a year. So productive. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, you get a little attitude sometimes. But
yeah, you are a little snappy, like, oh, I need some dick.
But overall, you accomplish so much more. So just focus on your goals. If you're in your 20s and you have not lost your virginity yet, girl,
you are a diamond in the rough.
Oh, I'm jealous.
It's rough out here.
It's rough. I'm jealous. Keep it up. And just wait for magic. And people keep trying to tell me that magic is not real. Wait for magic. When you meet him, you'll know. And don't waste your time on these other dudes because it's not gonna last. Yeah, just wait.
I agree with absolutely everything that you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's high in here. When you were little, what did you want to be?
I wanted to be so many things. So many things. And I find that, like, wow, me as an adult, I'm still, like, that 8-year-old Eloho. Like, my mom would ask me, like, what do you want to be? And every time I would have a different answer.
Nice.
I want to be a ballerina. I want to be a president. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a singer. It was always something different. And even now, like, going through different stages of my life, I'm like, okay, I want to do makeup now. And, okay, well, now I want to be, you know, a pro-black activist. And, you know, now I want to be a businesswoman and I want to open up this. And so it's always ever-changing.
Yeah, ever-changing. The first thing that I wanted to be was a nun. That was the first. But obviously I didn't. I didn't understand what the job entailed.
Like, wait, how did you get that? Like, sisters watching Sister Act.
And I wanted to be a singing nun specifically because I grew up watching The Sound of Music. Every time I saw nuns, they were singing, and I was like, I love to sing. So this makes sense. So that was the first thing that I wanted to be. Then I wanted to be a teacher, which is something that I get to do now. I do still teach kids, and then I've worked with children. Teaching has always been a part of my love, but I've also always wanted to be a musician. Like, singing is my heart. So somewhere in everything that I wanted to do.
She was singing when I met her. Facts. Fun fact. I think it's Michael.
Oh.
The wine, girl. The wine.
I got excited.
Okay. Oh, ties right in. What is your dream job? So if you could do one thing for the rest of your life.
If I could do one thing for the rest of my life, I would just be on stage. I would go on a world tour 5 times over and just tour the world and sing everywhere.
Wow.
That's my dream job. My dream job is Beyonce's job.
Oh, Beyonce. Okay.
Yes, that's my dream job.
Shit. Honey.
To be paid to be yourself.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, my dream job as well, it would be traveling, but my dream job would be like restoring Africa. So I would be going from like country to country to country to country, just like, okay, what do we need to do? Like, how can we fix this? Okay, we need water, we need light, we need this, we need that. Let's do that. And be able to, you know, obviously help people, but, you know, obviously help myself as well. So I would be able to financially, mentally, all the powers that be, like, I would just have the power to, like, literally be able to restore Africa, rebuild. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. That's like what my mom's dream is for Haiti.
Haiti, yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh. She clearing her throat. What it say? What it say, girl?
What is the worst relationship you've ever had?
Wow.
The worst relationship you've ever had?
Let me think about this, y'all. I done been in some bad ones. Like, people think I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, girl, I made some stupid decisions as well. But I would say the worst relationship that I've ever been in, I'm not gonna say names or be like super specific, but where I had to constantly keep making excuses for him. And it was like, I know that he's wrong. I know that he's fucked up. Like, I know that he's belittling me. I know he's not the man for me. But I'm just going to continue to make excuses and say, well, oh, he's only doing this because, you know, his father wasn't in his life. And, oh, he's doing this because he has a kid. And, you know, he has to do this. And you know, I have to be second best because of this and that. And, oh, he didn't finish school. So he's not, it was just me constantly making excuses and putting him before me. And in the end, again, like, you lose when you put someone else before you who would never put you before them. Yeah. So that was the worst for me. Like, I had to, like, seriously, like, get help for that. Like, yeah.
My worst relationship was 3 years ago when I first moved down here. First of all, I didn't even want to be in a relationship with this person. But you know, they play the friend card and just,
and that's how to get you.
And that's how to get you.
That's how you get got. Oh, let's be friends.
Yeah. Okay. And so then slowly just pushed himself into my space. And I mean, I actually want to do an episode on domestic violence in relationships. So he had never hit me, but I had experienced so much emotional and verbal abuse that I had never experienced in my life. Like, I remember the first time this boy cursed me out, and he was older than me. This man cursed me out for 3 hours straight.
How do you even have... Okay, I don't have the energy for that.
And, like, I'm not a very... I don't argue. Like, I don't argue. I'm a person that if I gotta say what I say, I'm gonna say it. So I sat there quiet and let this guy curse me out. And I remember 2 days later, he came to me and was like, thank you. Like, thanking me for letting him go off on me. And it happened about 3 more times until finally I was just like, oh, yeah, no. Like,
you're a therapist.
I'm better than this.
I'm not your dumpster. You're not gonna just dump all of this trash on me. Like...
But through that, I'm like, I can see how if you don't have a strong sense of self, you get caught up in emotional and physical abusive relationships. Yeah, so that was my worst relationship. Never again.
Yeah. Whew. So do you have any advice, like, for any young girls watching, like, how to get out of that situation? Or, like, how did you get out of it? Because it comes to a point where it's like, oh, like, again, the excuse is like, I love him, and he didn't mean it. So, like, how do you leave?
Out of it was that I started to realize that I was very embarrassed. Like, I couldn't talk to anyone about what was happening. And so then I was like, yeah, I couldn't talk. So imagine just going through this by yourself. Like,
because people will look at you like you're fucking stupid. Like,
you're
that was it.
Him to do that? That was it.
Girl,
that was it. It was like, wow, like,
it couldn't be you. You wouldn't allow that.
Yeah. So once that started to set in, I was like, oh yeah, no. And the you have to know what your breaking point is. So I remember one time we got into an argument about my ex because this boy was going through my phone, like all sorts of things. And we got into an argument about my ex because he felt like I spoke highly of...
too highly of your ex.
Too highly of my
ex.
Ass. I mean, but when you're this person acting like this, like, why would I have nice things to say about you? And so he woke me up in the middle of the night. And I remember I used to have a jar full of crystals, like, by my bed. And he was like so mad, he smacked the jar into the wall, and it was glass, so it broke and it shattered and it went everywhere. And one time he had kicked food out my hand, right? Okay, I for real was in an abusive relationship, but no one would know. So he smacked the jar into the wall and glass shatters everywhere, and he's like, yo, you don't understand how mad I am, that could have been you. And I was like, oh, I gotta go.
Time to go.
It's time to go.
You know that song, I love my life. I love my life. Okay?
Oh, it was time to go.
And in that situation, keep it cute, ladies. Do not ever go toe-to-toe with an abusive man. Keep it cute.
Yep.
Okay. Politely, be nice. Listen, I don't give a F. Like, that's when you will see the sweetest version of me. Okay.
You're right.
So, all right. Let a little time pass. Don't do it right away. Let a little time pass. Oh, okay, yeah, I gotta be at work at 5, so I'm gonna start getting ready. So, you know, I'm sorry, you know, we had to go through this, but... And let that be the end of it.
Cut communication.
Not go toe-to-toe. Ain't no, oh, that would have been me. Well, make it me, nigga. Make it me.
Yeah.
Because he will make it you. We don't want to see no more women being battered and beaten because they tried to go toe-to-toe with a crazy-ass nigga. No.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you just was like, cutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was time to go.
Yeah. Yikes. I'm glad you got out of that, sis. Because I'd had to take a trip down here like, what?
And no one knew. Like, I haven't even like told my mom.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You just can't. Does your mom watch your YouTube? Because you just told her. She does. Are you in a relationship? If not, do you want to be?
Are you in a relationship?
I'm not in a relationship, and I actually do want to be. Yeah. Like, I do want, but I want to be in a relationship that's going to be, like, obviously positive. I really do. I want a partner. Like, I want to start building my life with somebody, you know, but I feel like my standards are here, and I'm not going to lower my standards. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
And I'm very character-based. Like, I'm very character-based. Of course, I want you to be handsome and attractive, but I'm so character-based because you are going to be the man that's going to help me raise my kids.
Facts.
and you are going to be the man that's going to have to pour into me and pull me up when I'm down. And if you can't do that, if it's a one-way street where I feel like I'm always strong enough to pull you up, but when it's my turn, it's just always like, you ever ask somebody for, you ever like vented to someone and they have nothing to fucking say? It's the weirdest thing ever. Like, you'll tell someone so much shit and they'll be like, oh, that's crazy.
I hate oh, that's crazy.
So what do you think I should do? I don't know. I mean, you gotta figure it out.
Okay.
You're right.
Because I gave you Oprah just yesterday.
And you gave me pennies. Okay?
For me, I'm not in a relationship. I went through a whole little like dating phase, but I'm also not into that. I don't know if I want to be in a relationship right now. Sometimes I think that I do, but I am really a believer of magic, and I think that that's hindering me from moving forward with anyone, because like if sparks are not flying, I don't know how to pretend.
Right.
And it can be a healthy and unhealthy thing, because it's kind of like I don't really give people a chance, but like I know what I want, and I don't want any more short-term relationships. So like I am thinking of like the next step in my life, and who's going to be the father of my children. Like I want a lot of kids.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm like, no, I like where I'm at right now. I'm me focused. Perfect. I tend to fall in love and drown in it.
Yeah.
And so I have things that
a specific timing for that.
Yeah.
Because that can always like blindside, as women, of course.
Yeah.
Cultural women, like we'll always like put ourselves, and it's not on purpose,
but you naturally
put yourself second, and you say, okay, what can I do for this person, because I love him, you know. And it should be,
but if he don't love you back enough to remind you to keep it, like, no baby, you gotta get up and record. No, we gonna have to cancel this day because you didn't finish writing, or you didn't finish editing, or you didn't finish that painting. Like if I don't have someone to do that for me, then that's not gonna be a healthy partnership for me, because
it's gonna be one-sided.
I do lose myself in love.
And you're an Aquarius.
Oh God.
I'm Pisces. We're here.
Yeah.
We're actually not really supposed to work. You know that, right?
Really? Well, look at that magic. Period. That's the magic.
Okay. I think it's your go.
All right.
You should have put on tattoos for that, because I'm looking at your body. Oh, I didn't see that before.
I have like 13 tattoos.
13 tattoos?
Yeah. I got a bunch of Disney princesses on my back.
You lie. I gotta see your bag.
I'm gonna show you.
Oh my God.
Okay. What's your secret talent, and how many languages do you speak?
Oh, that's cute. Secret talent, I can move my ears. Do you want to see?
Yes.
Should I zoom in?
You should, because that's kind of cute.
Wait.
I don't know if they can see it.
I don't know if they can see it, but I can move my ears.
We gonna get a snap of that and insert it in the video, because
that's a weird secret talent.
I didn't even know that people had access to those muscles. Okay.
And how many languages? I would say 1.5.
Okay. What's that?
My native language is Urobo. That's a tribe in Nigeria, so we speak Urobo. So I don't necessarily speak it. I don't speak it fluently, but I do speak it, and I do, like, if my mom is talking to me, I'll respond in English. Okay. Like, she'll be like, oh, you know, why is your room so messy? And I'll be like, because, like, I'm tired, I don't have time, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll respond in English, but, yeah. Okay. Which is a disgrace, by the way. I have disgraced the Nigerians. No, seriously, like my aunts, everybody, they'll come like these girls, like they're beautiful, they're successful, but they don't speak now. They don't speak, you know, they don't speak the language. Like, I'm like, girl, okay, so teach me.
Right, teach me.
It's just like spades. I'm sorry, but it's just like spades. Black people will never teach you how to play spades, but they will say, you can't play spades. I hate that shit.
Do you know how to play spades?
No.
Me either.
We'll YouTube it, girl. Okay, what's your secret talent?
So
is it a secret?
Right. I'm like, I mean, so 2 years ago I discovered that I knew how to paint. So I do watercolor portraits.
Yes, and they are beautiful.
Thank you. Yes, so that's something YouTube doesn't know about me. Yeah, I paint. Nice. That would be my secret talent. I definitely do it as an expression of love. Nice. And how many languages do you speak? So I speak, I guess, 2.5.
What? Break it down, sis.
I mean, you had 1.5, so I got 2.5.
Yeah, what's your
my first language is Creole.
Yeah.
I also speak English, obviously, very fluently. Thank you.
Period.
And then I also speak Spanish. So with Spanish, I hear it well, and I speak enough to communicate with people that I work with. I'm very big on languages. I think that breaking barriers in those sense is very important. So yeah, so I work in the restaurant industry for the past 6 years, so it's always been important to me to speak Spanish because, you know, they keep to themselves, and if they keep to themselves and you blocked out of that world, so I feel like it opens a door. I'm able to get whatever I want from the kitchen because I come in and I say buenos dias and I know how to communicate. My Spanish is really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Even I used to be good in Spanish and I lost it. Anyways, but even with like your customers, you know what I mean? Like that's more tips for you if they think, okay, I can communicate with her and she's really good with me. Okay, let me give her a little extra money because we speak the same language.
We speak the same language, yeah.
Period. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, if you can bring anyone back from the dead, who would it be? Who you bringing back, sis?
So selfishly, yes, because
okay, let me say this as well. Not family.
Okay.
Not family, but go ahead.
Not family, but
not anyone you know personally.
Okay, not anyone you know personally.
Because of course we would bring all of our loved ones. Of course.
So if I could bring anyone back from the dead, it would be Michael Jackson.
Bitch, I was gonna say that.
That's who everybody wants back.
I got another one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's it.
MJ. Okay, I would do Tupac.
Why didn't I think of that?
Because I thought of MJ too, though.
Yeah.
But it was, I'm like, alright, you know.
I would only, listen, but I'm selfish. I would only bring Tupac back if I could have him.
Girl, but we need him, though.
But I want him.
I know.
Did you see? I have a painting of Tupac sitting right on my wine stand. Best advice for a 13-year-old on the heavier side.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. My best advice for you would be that you are at an age where you're very impressionable. And so even now for you to consider yourself on the heavier side means that you have something that you're comparing to. And there's also nothing wrong with that. But my best advice for you is to focus solely on self-love. Whatever you determine is your best self, whatever you determine is your end goal for what you want to look like, that's what you aim for, because there's a lot of beautiful, fuller women. And so like, if that's what you aspire to be, great. But if you aspire to look like someone on the slimmer side, then go for that. But make sure that you are always perceiving yourself as beautiful for you and not for what you think other people want you to look like.
I would definitely say embrace yourself and embrace who you are. Like, that's the first step, especially at that age. Again, you are just discovering yourself. You just stepped into the teens, girl. Okay, you're 13. You just stepped into the teens. You know, the world, it seems like your world is adult world, but it's not. You know, you nor none of your friends know what the hell is really going on, okay? Enjoy your youth. Surround yourself. This is the most important thing. Surround yourself with people that love you for you. Because when you surround yourself with people that are putting those negative things in your mind, calling you names, telling you you're not good enough because you're not this size or that size, let me tell you something. In certain African cultures, being plus size, that is the goal.
That's the goddess.
That is the most beautiful woman, the curvy, the naturally big and curvy plus size woman. And I mean curvy all over. That is the goal. So you gotta understand, it's perspective. It's perspective. Everything is perspective. But the only perspective that matters is you. And it's yours. See yourself. Surround yourself with people that love you and love yourself. And like she said, as you get older, of course, eat healthy, you know, work out, exercise. And that goes for all sizes, because people think that because you're skinny, you're healthy. No. Be healthy regardless of what your size is. Walking up and down stairs. Girl, I'm out of breath right now. Okay, I'm hot. I'm out of breath. I really need to start working out. But, you know, love yourself. Continue to be healthy and surround yourself with healthy and beautiful people. And we'll wrap it up.
Ooh, I love this question. What is your favorite show?
I just gotta say it. I have a few, but the Golden Girls takes the cake for me. I've seen every single episode at least twice.
I can beat you.
Of the Golden Girls. You've seen it 3 times?
No, not the Golden Girls.
I'm like, you've seen it 3 times, girl?
But wait, they did have like mad seasons.
I've seen every episode. I've seen every single episode at least twice.
Okay. My favorite show is Scandal.
Oh God, yeah, seriously. Remember you were watching? She loves her shows. She does.
Okay, and I have seen every single episode of all 7 seasons.
Oh shit, yeah, you did tell me.
4 times.
Oh my God.
Every time I end it,
you started again.
I started again.
All right, y'all, we're gonna end on a bang.
Oh my God.
Why would I pick this one?
You had options and that's the one you went for.
Y'all, Cardi or Nicki? I'm gonna take a sip.
All right.
I want to put out a disclaimer. Okay, I gotta do this. I
started thinking about my disclaimer. Yeah, that's what my sip was.
Let's put out this disclaimer. You know, the disclaimer is, you know, we are all women, and as a womanist that we are, okay, we personally don't like to pin women against the other. Okay, right. So this is not a this person is better than this person. It's relative. It's if I had to pick to listen to this one, or if I had to pick to hang out with this one.
Preference.
It's preferences, you know. Y'all love that wine. Y'all let a preference work.
It's
so
preference.
You know, I don't have anything against whichever one I don't pick. I don't have anything against that one. It's just if I had to pick, like, gun in your head, what the fuck you pick? All right, let's pick. You know, I would pick. Okay. But I'm gonna let Saika go first. This is her channel. This is her channel.
All right. I would like to start by saying disclaimer. Once upon a time, Nicki Minaj was my spirit animal. Okay. I remember when Nicki first got on the radio and started doing interviews, people would call me like, oh my God, she sounds just like you. She reminds me of you. I think Nicki is bomb.
Beautiful.
She's super intelligent. She's a boss and she don't take no for an answer. Right. I love it. Like, she is at the top of the food chain.
Right.
However.
Shit.
I'm gonna go with Cardi. I'm gonna go with Cardi. Cardi is right now more relatable. She's more open, she's more honest, she's more fun. I feel closer in age to her. And I love a Cinderella story.
I feel like if the question was like, who would you hang out with, I would totally hang out with Cardi. Like, we're gonna have fun. Like you said, we're similar in age. Like, we're from New York. Cardi's from New York, so we could definitely relate.
Right.
I do feel like Cardi, I have to put this out there, Cardi has said some problematic things against black women, and she's been ignorant in a lot of ways. You know, Cardi's clearly, no shade, not the most educated. You know what I'm trying to say? So she can't always articulate herself. Sometimes she puts herself into a hole. But with that being said, I feel like Nicki has also said problematic things. You know what I mean? Us doing videos, like, we say problematic things. Like, no one can escape being problematic. No matter how sweet you are, being sweet is problematic. Oh, she's so passive. Anyways, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna pick Nicki.
You gonna pick Nicki?
I'm gonna pick Nicki.
I respect it.
I'm gonna pick Nicki.
We could hang out with both of them.
We can hang out with both. You bring Cardi, I bring Nicki.
There we go.
And we gonna do it. Period, boo.
You still with this period?
I'm still with the period. I'm in Atlanta. I'm gonna leave it in Atlanta though. When I get back to New York, I'm gonna let it go.
What do they? I feel like times have changed since I left. Like,
girl,
there's this song, "Gun on My Hip," hole in the.
Hey, nah, that's my shit. Gun on my head. Hey, foot in the head. 10 in the clip. Oh, baby. We gonna bring her back to Brooklyn. Listen, when she get back to Brooklyn, we gonna do a video. We gonna do a video in Brooklyn. We gonna do a couple of these.
You know what? I like
give you food. We'll give you food now. But you know what? When I come back, we do have to do. I want you to try a Nigerian dish, and I want you to make like a Haitian dish that I've never eaten, because I've eaten a lot of Haitian food. So I want something like.
What have you not had? What have you had?
Like I guess like the typical stuff.
You've
like
had griot, you've had legume.
I haven't had legume.
Okay, you make
like
me some legume. No, legume is like a vegetable medley.
I don't even know what a medley is. Okay,
it's
so
we'll
do that.
All right,
we'll do that. Okay.
Yes. All right.
We'll do that.
I'll be home for like a week though, so yeah. Oh yes, this is gonna be great. Okay. So I gotta go to work and be a regular person. Yes, Eloho, thank you.
Thank you for having me on. Yes. Oh my God, this was so much fun. We'll do this again, guys.
Yes, thank you guys. Make sure you like, rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friend. Make sure that you grab a glass anytime that you are watching Red Wine Girl Time. All right, thank you.
Share with your friends.